بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وعنا معهم في يوم الدين. Today I want to talk about something that matters to most people but matters especially to the youth. In the recent period of years, Saudi Arabia has been changing rapidly. Most things are evolving for a better future. However, there is an important aspect that is considered a great advantage in this alteration, which is most of Saudi Arabia's citizens are below 30 in age, and the government, in full realization of this fact, the government aims to secure both private and governmental employment to the youth by providing more jobs, extensive career opportunities, and widening the range of job opportunities. Ext- Nevertheless, for the past 2 decades, every generation thinks they're suffering of unemployment most. The rate of unemployment in the kingdom has been roughly close since the beginning of the millennium. In the late 90s, the unemployment rate rested a little over 4%. Since then, it never went down. Instead, it kept rising, even though it didn't rise much, but it is alarming. Let me tell you why. The country has been growing rapidly in the last 50 years, and that growth doubled in the last 2 decades. If the country is growing much faster than the last century, why the unemployment rate kept rising? It didn't even freeze the same. Take a good look at this graphic percentage. In 2005, the rate went up to 6.05%, which people thought it was the most and were expecting it to drop, or at least start dropping. But just 1 year after, people were shocked. In 2006, the unemployment rate in Saudi Arabia reached its peak of 6.25%. 2 years after, it dropped to 5.08%, which is the lowest since 2002. After that year, the rate kept on the rise. Actually, it's rather been fluctuated for the rate kept on wobbling for so many years within the range of 5 to 6%. Keep in mind that the country is under major developmental governmental projects at the same time, along with political movement and gameplay and military operations. In the upcoming years, people suffered another shock. Since 2006, the rate dropped below 6%, but it never dropped under 5%. In fact, in the year 2018, the rate rose over 6% again. In the kingdom, the general unemployment rate can be divided into three parts. The first part is the percentage of Saudi men. The second part is the percentage of Saudi women. And the final part is the percentage of non-Saudi population. Within these divisions, the rate varies from each other and varies from the general unemployment rate. For Saudi men, the rate rose at 6.6% since 2019, whereas for Saudi women, the rate dropped from over 31% to slightly over 28% in only 1 year, which is a lot. In order to grasp that, here are the numbers of the workforces in the country. For Saudi men, they stand a little over 2 million. For Saudi women, they stand at 1,136,000 and something. On the other hand, for non-Saudi employees, they stand roughly at 10 million and a half. If we add all the numbers together of Saudis and non-Saudis, either gender, we have 10,432,000. I'm sorry, we have 13,635,612 people with jobs. In 2019, the population update in the country reached over 34 million people. This means over 20 million people left without jobs. Half of them are students, and the other half split between people without jobs and people in retirement. This leaves us with the fact that we roughly have 5 million people without jobs. Some of them don't have jobs because they don't have to, some, while the rest don't have jobs simply because they are unable to get them. Some of them fail to be qualified with the right credentials or experience, and some are too old to be hired, and some are just not lucky enough, which is an unfortunate thing for them. The Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said, and I quote, "We have brilliant and amazing Saudi mentalities, the youth especially, brave, strong energy, great enlightenment, good and solid professionalism, and only work left. Our ambition will overcome these issues, whether it's unemployment, homelessness, or other issues." Unquote. Saudi Arabia is relatively a recent nation, and it's not a surprise for everybody that this nation got great potential. I mean, 60 years ago, people thought that cars and mobility were sorcery and magic. Since then, the country exploded in terms of industrialization and worldwide political power, among so many things. We have come a long way. I believe there will be a great chance for the youth in the years to come, even though the statistics indicate poor outcome. Finally, I leave you with the goal of this presentation. There's lots of work to do, and there's lots of people willing to do the work. Also, there's lots of promises. Thank you for listening.